Good day, class. So last time we did start discussing the theorems on limits. So our first theorem is the limit of the sum of two or more functions is equal to the sum of their limits. Okay, and we have the theorem 2. The limit of the product of two or more functions is equal to the product of their limits. Okay. Then theorem 3, we have the limit of the quotient of two functions is equal to the quotient of their limits provided that the denominator is not equal to 0. Okay. Then we have theorem 4, that if a is measured in radians, we have the limit of sine alpha divided by alpha as angle alpha is approaching to 0, okay, it is equal to 1. Okay. Then we have theorem 5. The limit of a constant is the constant itself. Okay. Then theorem 6, we have the limit of a constant times a function is constant times the limit of the function. Okay, where k is any constant. Okay. Now, for example, I use the theorem on limits and the graph of the functions and in the figure to evaluate the following limits if they exist. Okay, so we are to use the theorem and limits and the given graph of the function. Okay, so let's say that the graph of the pink curve, okay, is f of x, and we have the graph of the blue line, okay, would be g of x. Okay, so for letter A, okay, we are required to find the limit, okay, of f of x plus 5 times the g of x, okay, as x approaches to negative 2. Okay, so for our solution, okay, so from the graph we see that the limit of f of x is equal to 1. So as x, okay, approaches negative 2, so saan ang negative 2 natin? So from the Cartesian plane, we have 0 here. So from left side, this is negative 1 and this is negative 2. Okay, so as the letter A says that the limit of f of x as x approaches to negative 2 from either side. Okay, so we have from the left side, okay, it approaches 1. Okay, and from the right side, as x approaches negative 2, okay, it approaches 1. So our limit of the f of x is equal to 1. And the limit of g of x, okay, as x approaches to negative 2, so the line of g of x is this one. So as it approaches negative 2, again, this is our negative 2. So from the left side, okay, the line approaches negative 2, so it approaches negative 1. Okay, if we project it to the y-axis, this is 0, then downward would be negative 1. So ganun din pag galing ka ng right side. Okay, so the line as approaches negative 2, okay, so the limit of g of x is equal to negative 1. So ayan. So simplifying, okay, by the theorem 1, okay, the limit of the sum is the sum of their limits. Okay, so we have here, okay, 1, okay, substituting, okay, the limit of f of x as x approaches negative 2, we have 1, okay, plus, so meron siyang constant doon, ano, we have 5. You are to multiply it by the limit of g of x as x approaches to negative 2, which is that is equal to negative 1. So you just substitute it. So our answer will be 1 plus 5 times negative 1, that is equal to negative 4. So here we have applied the theorem 1 and theorem 2. Okay. Next, letter B, we are to find the limit, okay, of f of x times g of x. So this is theorem 2, the product, okay, the product of two or more functions is equal to the product of their limits. Okay, so first we are to solve for the limit of f of x as x approaches to 1. Okay, so ito yung curve natin. The pink curve is the f of x. Okay, now the x is approaching 1. Okay, so ang saan ang 1 natin? So ito, this is our 1. Okay, so as x approaches 1 from either side, so from the left side, okay, so the left side of 1 is this one. Okay, so as it approaches 1, okay, the value of the limit is 2. Okay, So if we project to the y-axis, okay, so this is from 0, then this is 1, therefore this is 2. Okay. And from the right side, pag galing tayo dito sa right side, okay, as the limit, okay, of f of x as the x approaches 1 from the right side, okay, it will give you a 2, okay, if you project it. Okay. So we see that the limit of f of x as x approaches to 1 is equal to 2. Next, we have the limit of g of x, okay, as x approaches to 1. So our g of x is this one, okay. Now, from the right side, okay, if we are to start from the right side, the right side limit, okay, sorry, left side pala, no, from left side, as x approaches to 1, okay, so the limit from the left side, if we are to project it, is negative 2, okay. Then if we are to do the limit from the right side, okay, as x approaches to 1, okay, it will give us negative 1, okay. So again, diniscuss natin last time, okay, the left side limit and the left side limit and the right side limit is not equal, therefore the limit does not exist, okay. So in here we cannot use theorem 2 for the desired limit, okay, but we can use theorem 2 for one-sided limit, okay. So we can use theorem 2 for one-sided limit. So first is we are to perform the operation, okay, using the left side limit, and then we are to perform the operation using the right side limit. So as you can see here, ginamit muna natin yung sa my left side limit, which is the limit of g of x as x approaches to 1, okay, from the left side. So you can see the negative sign here, okay, after 1, okay, so that is negative 2. So if we are to substitute it, so the limit of f of x as x approaches 1, so we have 2 times negative 2. So we have negative 4. Then we are to perform the theorem 2, okay, for the right side limit naman. Okay. So the limit of g of x as x approaches 1 from the right side, okay, will give you negative 1. So isubstitute nyo na lang yon. So you have 2 times negative 1, that is equal to negative 2. Okay. So the left and right limits are not equal. Okay, so the limit of f of x times the g of x as x approaches to 1, does not exist. Next, letter C. So we are to evaluate the limit of f of x divided by g of x as x approaches to 2. Okay, so the graph shows that the limit f of x, so again the pink curve is the f of x as x approaches to 2, okay, so as this is the 2, ano, so 0, 1, 2, so as x approaches 2 from either side, okay, left side or right side, okay, so it will give you, so let's just approximate, so it is approximately 1.4, ano, if you project this one to the y-axis, ano, if you are to project this one to the y-axis, okay, so this is between 1 and 2, okay, so less than kalahati siya, so approximately 1.4 siya, okay. And we have the limit of g of x as x approaches to 2, so the g of x is the blue line, okay, so as x approaches to 2, okay, so this is 2, okay, this point. So if you are to project it to the y-axis, it will give you a 0, okay. So because the limit of the denominator, so limit the g of x is in the denominator and it is equal to 0, so we cannot use theorem 3, okay. Theorem 3 is the limit of the quotient of two function is equal to the quotient of their limits, provided that the denominator is not 0. So in here, the problem, the denominator is 0, okay, so it will give you a indeterminate or undefined, okay. So therefore, the given limit does not exist because the denominator approaches 0 while the numerator approaches a non-zero number. Okay, number 2. So evaluate the limits and justify each step. So for letter A, we have a limit of 2x squared minus 3x plus 4 as x approaches to 5. So here we are given a polynomial and we can just use theorem 1, okay, as the limit of the sum of two or more functions is equal to the sum of their limits. So parang i-distribute lang natin yung limit as x approaches to 5 in each function, okay, as you can see here. Then we have theorem 6 that the limit of a constant times a function is the constant times the limit of the function. So pwede nating ilabas yung mga constant. Okay, we have here 2. Okay, the limit of x squared as x approaches to 5, and so on, as you can see here. Okay, so substituting as x approaches to 5, we can substitute, if we are to try to substitute 5, okay, so we have 2 times 5 squared minus 3 times 5 plus 4 will give you 39. Next, letter B, we have the limit of x cubed plus 2x squared minus 1. Okay, all over 5 minus 3x as x approaches to negative 2. Okay, so we can use this theorem 3. So this is theorem 3 is the limit of the quotient of two functions. Okay, so that is equal to the equal siya dun sa quotient of their limits. Okay, so kumbaga parang i-distribute din ulit natin yung limit as x approaches to negative 2 dun sa numerator tsaka dun sa denominator. Okay, take note, provided that the denominator, okay, the limit of the function as x approaches to negative 2 should not be equal to 0. Okay, so if we are to try this one, okay, so for the numerator we can apply again theorem 1 and 6. Okay, then if we try to substitute negative 2 dun sa function, okay, so we have negative 2 times negative 2 raised to 3 plus 2 minus 2 squared minus 1 all over 5 minus 3 times negative 2. Okay, if we directly substitute it, we can get the answer as negative 1 over 11. So class, as you can see, for our both example A and B, sinubstitute lang natin yung limit doon sa function, and we have got arrive the correct answer. Ano? So here, we can see that the examples are polynomials and rational function, and we have used the theorems on limits. Okay, so we can say that substituting directly, okay, the limit, okay, and we get the right answer, okay, for both functions. So this property is called the direct substitution property, okay, which is we can say that the function is continuous at A. Okay, so we will discuss continuity for the next video.